Right, and we are going. Right, this is take two. Okay, the thing about live video is that it doesn't always work perfectly, and you've got to be aware of this. I was due to go live at 6:30 tonight, and I tried to, but something probably at my end went wrong, and we didn't go live straight away. So basically, I'm just waiting for the studio to catch up and say that I'm actually live. So we're running a little bit slow today. And I think we are live. Okay, I'm glad I carried on talking then, because according to this, we've been live for a minute. I just want to say thank you, everybody who watches me live, and thank you for watching live now. All the counters have been reset. I'm going to send out a flare. I love TikTok. I've got to say that I really enjoy broadcasting on TikTok on Mondays and Tuesdays at 6:30. Mondays is episode A, Tuesdays is episode B. So it being Tuesday, this is AI Run Thrive with Stephen Healy talk show, and this is episode 18B, which is the Tuesday episode. Not to be confused with the Monday episode, which is 18A. Now, I'm just waiting in the studio, and we say hello to Leo, and thank you for joining, Leo, and to Dolan, and that's better. Thank you for the follow. We're off to a great start. I want to say thank you, everybody, for actually joining live. You're watching Stephen live from wonderful Wiltshire in England, and thank you for the like as well. And we say hello to, and shared as well, John, Luke, hello. Okay, you're watching Stephen live from Wiltshire in England. It's Tuesday night. It is, just to show I'm live, 6:44, and I'm about to send out a flare. So I selected a flare. I'm going to use it now. And using that flare, which is a triple flare, it means that everybody's going to get notified. The thing about the flare is that it notifies your followers that you've actually gone live, and everybody gets a personal invitation to actually join you live. And I think the system on TikTok is so well designed. Yeah, going live encourages you to go live. It's gamified, and I love games, and I love the way that TikTok is set up so I can actually go live and invite people to join me. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's joining me at the moment. Neil, hello, and Swerk, hello, and Ben. It's 6:30 in the evening, and welcome to this live broadcast on TikTok Live with Stephen and Arsenal. Okay, that was my iPad. Okay, I wondered who was talking then. It was me. Jennifer, hello, and B, hello, and thank you, and thank you for the share, Leo. If anybody wants to share this broadcast, please do. It gives a wider audience, and if you share my broadcast, I will share your broadcast. If you follow me, I will follow you. Okay, the great thing about live broadcasting is that everybody is friendly and everybody supports each other. And just a minute, I'm going to close. I've got some apps open. I'm closing them. Forgive me for any interruptions that we have. I want to say hello, Frankie. Hello, Taff, Mr. Motu, Grass Gains, Janet. Hello and welcome. Am I AI? No, I am not AI. I love AI. AI is absolutely amazing. I want to tell you about something. Jessica, hello. TK, Allison. I'm not AI. I'm real. Yeah, that's a fair question. I don't want to be AI. I like using AI, but I don't want to have AI broadcasters. AI videos, recorded videos, yes, they are a boon, because the thing is, if you're doing a 60-minute show, which is what I'm doing at the moment, you want some variety, and AI videos can give you that variety, because you can have male and female broadcasters, well, not real people, of course, included in your broadcast. So AI does deliver variety, but I am real, and I know on this show, because we're actually on the radio afterwards, Alfie, I don't have guests on this show. I will do a show where I do have guests, but for the moment, I'm not taking guests. But thank you for asking, and I will bear you in mind when I do a guest show. Yeah. And okay, and somebody's joined, and all these people coming in. I want to say thank you. Okay, it's the only thing you can say. And Naomi, you're fine, and please do stay. Nick, hello. Thomas, hello. Hello, everybody who's joining. Okay, so this is AI Run Thrive. It's a talk show. In other words, I'm going to talk. I'm Stephen Healy. I'm based in Wiltshire in England. I'm a live broadcaster. I've been doing this for 10 years, and it shows. And this is episode 18B because it's Tuesday. 18A is on Mondays at 6:30. 18B is on Tuesdays at 6:30. Okay, and to everybody who's coming in, I just want to say a big thank you for coming in and joining today's live broadcast from Wiltshire in England. Now, if you think of Wiltshire, you think of Stonehenge, and I live about half an hour away from Stonehenge. We visited there 2 weeks ago, and there are two ways you can get to Stonehenge from Devizes. One is to go by car, and the other is to go by bus. And the bus takes about 50 minutes and takes you directly to the visitor centre. It's just an amazing experience. But I've got to tell you about yesterday. I am a great fan of. Let's start off with this, and I just want to take a note of the time because this is going to be the segment that I actually post. I'm a great fan of Park Run. Now, Park Run is a British invention. Basically, if you Google Park Run, then you'll find a park run near where you live. There are 730 park runs in the UK, and they've been going for 20 years. And if you can, get involved in a local park run. Park runs are free. Yeah, all you need to do on a Saturday morning at 9 o'clock is turn up at the park and run. Now, what you can do beforehand is to register and get your barcode. Okay, so you go to parkrun.org, you register, get a barcode, because the event is timed. Yeah, basically you set off with everybody else at the beginning, and as you finish, your barcode is scanned and you get a time for the 5K. Now 5K, just to give you an idea, 5K is 3.1 miles. Okay, now the 3.1 miles, you can either walk it, okay, because Park Run is also a park walk. You can walk the 5K and probably do that in about 60-65 minutes, or you can run. Now, some people can actually run the 5K in 17 minutes, 3 miles in 17 minutes. So we're going from athletes to normal folk. Yeah, anybody who can run a 5K in 17 minutes is an athlete. 3 miles in 17 minutes. So you're going from the fast to the less fast. I'm going to be polite here. And Park Run, there's a Park Run near you. Just a minute, get that right way around. Park Run near you, and all you have to do is Google it, get your barcode, and you're good to go. That's it. All you need then is trainers and a kit. Now, kit depends on the weather. Park Run's 52 weeks a year, including New Year's and Christmas. And once you've done a park run and understand how it works, you'll do a second. Okay, they're just as friendly as everybody on TikTok. They are the friendliest group of people you could meet, and everybody's happy because everybody is exercising on a Saturday morning and getting their weekend off to a good start. Because what we do, we go and do the park run, and then we walk. It's a mile to walk there, then we do the 3 miles, then we do a mile back. And then we come home and we have coffee and crumpets, and that's a tradition. Coffee and crumpets to celebrate actually having done the 3 miles and got the weekend off to a good start. Because after that, now I've got to say this, that when we first started 2 years ago, we did our first park run in a place called Melksham, Melksham, and we were welcomed and made to feel welcomed, and we walked our first park run because Park Run was saying, come and walk with us. So we did, and we enjoyed it so much we did a second one the week later. But in those days, which is only 2 years ago, when we did a park run, that was us wiped for the day. We just couldn't do any more exercise. Now though, we can, yeah, because the more park runs you do, the fitter you get. It just becomes a walk in the park, literally. Yeah, park run as part of a fitness regime is absolutely brilliant. And thank you. Just a minute. Wow. I want to say thank you, Amy. You are a star. Thank you for all the gifts. Hello, Amy. Thank you. And the goal is complete. This is awesome. I want to say thank you. I mean, I do genuinely appreciate everything. The way that TikTok is structured is that there are 30 different levels. 30 different levels. And every time you'll achieve a level, you get bonuses. And I started off on level 1. I am now up to, thanks to Amy, I'm now up to level 16. So I'm on my way, because there's 30 in total, and I'm up to 16. So, park run. Google it. Go to parkrun.org and get your barcode. That's all I'm saying. It changes your life. And I want to say hello to May and to Ladia and to Nick. Thank you for staying. And Amy, if you're still here, thank you. Okay, I think this is the thing I love about. I wasn't expecting anything today. Jessica, hello, and hello to Alison and the user, everybody, and thank you. This is totally amazing. I'm totally blown away. Thank you for watching. You're watching Stephen live from wonderful Wiltshire in England. It is a Tuesday night. This broadcast goes out every Tuesday, and I just enjoy doing it. I'm just so fortunate to be able to do it. So park run, that's how it all started. That's how our love affair with running started, is through park run. We've got a lot to 20 gems. Oh wow. And sending people as well. Excellent. Tina, hello. Josephine, hello. Nick and Amy, hello, welcome. Okay, now Devizes, which is where I live, is in Wiltshire in England. We're about 92 miles away from London. And Devizes has its own 10K. Oh, yeah. Before we go on to that, I just want to, do you use, after this broadcast, I'll edit this broadcast and I use CapCut, which is free. Okay, and CapCut is absolutely brilliant. Just want to say, because this is AI Run Thrive, check out the latest version of CapCut, because CapCut is still free, but it now has an AI video generator. I've just watched a demonstration on YouTube and I was blown away. The things that the AI video generator can do for free, yeah, in terms of creating content, is absolutely amazing. And Daly, hello. Assad, hello. Westman, hello. Hello, everybody. And so do check out CapCut latest version, because it's got an AI video editor. I'm gonna, as soon as tomorrow I've set aside, I'm going to be doing AI videos. And I was asked earlier tonight whether I was AI. I was AI. I am not AI. I am real. And I'm responding to everything that's happening. I want to say thank you for the likes, thank you for the gifts, and thank you for joining. Right, okay, so I live in Devizes. Devizes, 92 miles from London, and we have our own 10K. Now, yesterday, Angelica, my partner, Angelica is a German language tutor, and we've been together for 13 years now, and every day's a blessing. Really, it's just so enjoyable. But yesterday was especially enjoyable because 1, it didn't rain, 2, it wasn't too hot, and 3, we went on the 10K. Now, normally, when the 10K takes place, we're talking about running now, when the 10K takes place, the Devizes 10K is in September. When it takes place, they close the roads. Yeah. So the roads are closed so that the runners can just go off into the distance and they don't need to worry about traffic. Now, we did the course yesterday, which means all the roads are open. Now, one of them is the main road between Devizes and Salisbury, as in Salisbury Cathedral. And the traffic was running, and the traffic along that bit of road does 60 miles an hour. I kid you not, it's doing 60 miles an hour, and we have got to cross the road. Yeah? And crossing a road where traffic's whizzing past you, you've got to wait for your moment, because the last thing you want is to get caught. So we managed to get across the road, yeah, successfully, because we went to the brow of the hill, and then we checked the traffic, and we actually got across the road. So step one done. So we're doing the 10K, and the next thing is you've got this dirty great hill, which has got an incline like that, okay, and it's about 3/4 of a mile long. And you say to yourself, what do? We decided one step at a time. So we're going up this hill, and then I said, Angelica, do you want to go in front? Because I was in front. And I said to Angelica, do you want to go in front? Angelica went in front, and we did it in turns, and we eventually got to the top of the hill. And because we are regular park runners, as I spoke about a moment ago, it wasn't too much of a burden to actually go straight uphill. Slim, hello. Waste, hello. And thank you for the follow. Thank you, everybody who's following, gifting, and liking. You're all awesome. This is the spirit of TikTok. And we say hello to Lou and to Viora, Leila, and LMB, Noman, Nicole, and Viu, and Vilu. And Nick, thank you for watching. And thank you for staying for a little while. And Amy, thank you for all the gifts. So we got to the top of the hill. What do hills do? You get to the top, you think, we've done it. But now you've got to go down. Yeah? And unfortunately, the going down bit wasn't that steep. Yeah, it was sort of like that. So we went down the hill, and we're into our second mile, and then we went through the village. You go through the village, quick rest stop, and then turn left, and we're on the road then to Coate, C-O-A-T-E. And that road has traffic on it because this is farming country. Yeah, Wiltshire farmers, and there were tractors, and there were more tractors, and then there were white van men. Okay, it was busy, and the roads were open. Nobody knew we were coming. When it's the real thing, roads will be closed. So we faced the traffic, and we went and up another hill, but it wasn't as steep as the first one. Going up was fine, but you get to the top, and that went like that. Literally, it went like that. And the thing is, when you're going downhill, what tends to happen is that you can go too fast. And thank you for the follows to Leila and to Lacey. Thank you. You go too fast downhill. Uphill, you go too slow. Downhill, you go too fast. And so we're going downhill, and Angelica said I started moving too quickly. So Angelica caught up with me, and we walked slowly down the hill and get to the bottom of the hill. And we're now about 3 miles into the 6 miles. And the rest of it was flat. Yeah. So second half of the 10K, no hills, just flat. And we walked along, taking in turns to lead because we've got to watch the incoming traffic. And it was just a pleasant afternoon. It was absolutely brilliant because we were chatting away, just walking the Devizes 10K route, enjoying ourselves. And basically, you get to the end of the road, and then you've got to go off on a trail. Now, I knew the trail was there. I knew it had to be done. I prefer running on the road or a path, but when you go off and you're on a trail, different thing entirely. But it was uphill. Okay, so we went up the trail, and let's say you've got the road on one side, then you've got the trail, then you've got the fields. That's a sort of arrangement. So you're going through a wood, and you're going up, and you're going slow, and you're watching out for dogs coming the other way, because everybody takes their dog for a walk along that path. No problem with that. It's just you've got to dodge the dogs. Okay, so you get to the top of the hill, and you get to the top of the hill, and what do you find at the top of the hill? It's been raining. And what you find is you've got water. Yeah? And then you've got a little path at the side, and you've got to sort of skirt around the water so you don't get, because there's nothing worse than walking or jogging or running with soggy feet. So you want to go round the water, not through the water. You don't want to go, no, you don't want it to go through. You want to go around the water. So with a bit of help, and hello everybody for joining, thanks for joining. With a bit of help, we got around the water, and then I started, we going downhill again. And then eventually we got home, we'd done the 10K. Our Garmin's recorded the fact that we'd done a 10. If it's on the Garmin, you've done it. If it's not on the Garmin, you haven't. We used to have Fitbits, but Angelica gifted me this. That's for my birthday this year. And this is a Garmin 255, and it records everything I do. And thank you for the follows, and thank you for the gifts, and thank you for actually watching live, everybody. Right, so Garmin. If you are serious about keeping fit, then the Garmin is the way to go. If you don't want to spend that much, then a Fitbit. A Fitbit will count your, because this has got one job. Its job in life is to actually count your steps. 2,000 steps equals 1 mile. Now I try and do 4 miles a day, so I try and do 8,000 steps a day. This records the steps, not just for today, but for yesterday, for last week, for last month, for the year. Every year I try and do 1,000 miles in the year, and they're all recorded on the Garmin, and I know how many miles I've done, and I know how many miles I've got to do. This is what I use to keep me fit. It's called a Garmin, Garmin. Check it out on Google. Check it out on Amazon. I was on live on Amazon earlier today. I'm very fortunate. I've been broadcasting on Amazon.com, theamazon.com, for over 2 years now, and it's a great place. And thank you, everybody, and thank you for the follows. Amazon.com is a great place to actually broadcast, because again, the people on Amazon.com have gone there for one purpose. The people on Amazon.com go to shop and they go to buy things, and I broadcast live on Amazon.com, and I've got a carousel underneath me, basically 40 items in a carousel, and people can ask me questions about the items and I give the answers, and then they can click, and when they click they get an affiliate link. If they buy anything they buy in the next 24 hours, I get commission on. And basically, I've got to say, when Maria, hello, and Daniel, hello, and to everybody who's actually joining this live broadcast from Wiltshire in England, I want to say thank you for joining. And Abzlino, hello, and Layla, hello, and Layla Osman, thank you for the hello. Hope you're still here. And Angie and Daniel, and thank you for stopping by. And I'm grateful to Amy, who has actually sent me some gifts, which, not gifts, GIFTS. I've got some gifts from Amy, so I'm grateful for that. Okay, now, if I go over here, let's just slow things down for a moment. I've told my first set of stories, so we've got through that. So basically what I'm going to do is bring this image up. Okay, we're live on TikTok. As far as I'm concerned, TikTok Live is the perfect platform. Perfect software is TikTok Live Studio. If you want to broadcast on TikTok and you don't have 1,000 followers, then you can use TikTok Live Studio. Apply using your TikTok login, and then you can go live on TikTok from your Windows PC and broadcast live to the universe. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm on TikTok Live. I can show text, I can show images, okay, I can play videos, all from within my studio. Amy, welcome back. And Gibby, welcome. And Kerry, welcome. This is a glorious evening. And I want to say thank you to everybody for actually joining me live. And Chelsea, hello. And Daniela, hang on just a minute, let me just see this. Okay, and Daniel Bishop, thank you for watching live. Okay, I love live video. I love TikTok and TikTok Live Studio, TikTok website. Yeah, just a reminder: if you use CapCut, download the latest version. CapCut has now got an AI video creation system with avatars and the lot. I'm going to check it out tomorrow, so I'll be able to tell you next week. It's me, Melody, hello, and Riddler, hello, and Binsey, hello, everybody who's dropping by. And we say hello to Ray and to Donna and to Itch. Okay, and according to this, just a minute, let me just move that down here. My flare has got 6 minutes 31 to go, 6 minutes 29, 6 minutes 26. My flare's going to run out. I want to say thank you to everybody who's actually joined me. Okay, I do appreciate you dropping by, and for everybody who's commented, for everybody who's gifted, for everybody who's followed me, for everybody who's liked. Now, in terms of following, I do follow back. So that's my take on TikTok. It's the best place to, because I'm from I remember Facebook Live coming out 8 years ago, and it changed everything. It really changed everything. That's when live video really began, really took off, is when Facebook announced Facebook Live. And there are about a couple of hundred broadcasters ready to go on Facebook Live. We got ourselves new cameras and new microphones, and we were ready to broadcast on Facebook Live, and we did. And thousands of people watched in the same way that thousands of people watch on TikTok now. That was the Wild West, though, because it hadn't really existed before then. So Facebook said, you know, you can broadcast live, and they said we can broadcast live solo, and then BeLive said you can broadcast live with two people on screen. Yeah, so guest and host and guest, or two co-hosts, and Yo and Avita, hello. So that was the beginning, and that was a system called BeLive, be.live. Now, be.live is still, it is the most amazing system. I use it every week. I broadcast to Amazon using be.live. I do, with my partner Angelica, we do a German language tuition show, which is called Ask Angelica, or Frag Angelica. And that just works beautifully on BeLive, because basically what it happens is Angelica puts together 10 German sentences and 10 translations. And I read the Germans, because I'm not German. Angelica's German. Angelica teaches German. Okay. I mean, I learned German a long time ago, but I'm now one of Angelica's students. So we go live with Ask Angelica, German language tuition program. It's about 20 minutes long. It goes live every other Friday. And basically in that, we've got to read out the 10 sentences in German, which I read. Angelica corrects my pronunciation, which over the years, because we've been doing it 7 years now, over the years has just improved. And Miss T, hello. And okay, and we've got a comment coming in. Let's go over to the comments. And Roaring. Oh, wait a minute. Rory, i.e. I use CapCut to do my YouTube vids. Brilliant. I love CapCut. CapCut is by TikTok, created by TikTok. It is totally free, and it still is the most awesome video editor that you could want. Okay, I'm not going to against anybody else, but it's free, and you can't get better than free. CapCut, and I'm just going to put it in here, CapCut, so that everybody knows what we're talking about. And just a minute, let me go back here just a second. CapCut. Right, so I've typed it in, it should come through. CapCut now has AI video for free. Okay, you can create video avatars. I saw moments ago a sharp video, a presentation of the new system, and I was blown away. It is just so good. And thank you for joining. Thank you, everybody. as we cross the 1,000 mark in views. Absolutely brilliant. And we've still got 2 minutes 15 to go. I can only use, and thank you for people watching live. Thank you, and staying. If you are watching, then thank you, Rory. Thank you for the comment as well. I just want to go on to this. Basically, the joy of live broadcasting is the interaction. That's where live video comes into its own. If you're watching television, you can chill and you can watch television, but you can't speak. We can talk, but you can't ask questions for television. Now, whilst I'm live, you can ask me questions. You can make comments like Rory did. And Jessica, hello. Basically, it's interactive. Okay, if we make it interactive, it's interactive. The more you type, the more I read, the more I can answer. And I'm here to answer questions about live broadcasting. I'm not selling anything. Jessica, thank you for staying. I'm not selling anything. Other than the fact that I love live video and TikTok Live is awesome, I'm not selling you anything. I'm here to listen and learn, and also, hopefully, just to pass time really, just basically to make connections. Because just a minute, let me take that down, and let's go over here. And if I go, right, every so often I have a good idea. I have more bad ideas than I do good ideas, but I had this idea that I've met hundreds of people through live broadcasting over the years. And what I thought was, we don't stay in touch. Rewant, hello. We do not stay in touch. And that's a pity, yeah? Because you've met all these people, you've spoken to these people, and you don't stay in touch on a regular basis. So 2 weeks ago, I created a Facebook group, which is the Pioneers of Live Streaming. And we've all been streaming over 8 years, and we're still streaming. I'm still streaming now. My flare's gone. Can I use a second flare? Just a minute. I'm just checking something out. I'll know the answer to that in a second. I wanted to bring everybody together. Everybody I've met over the years, I'm bringing into a Facebook group called Pioneers of Live Streaming. And it's the simplest way to stay in touch. And Big Bear, hello. It's the simplest way to stay in touch. So, if I have met you on a live broadcast in the last 8 years, then you can join the group. You're invited to join the group. And I'm going to try this one. Okay, so we're going to go with another flare. I'll read out what it says. Use a flare to reach more potential viewers. This flare will be effective for 30 minutes. All right, okay, and that's what I thought. I was just making sure that was true. Okay, and T, hello. Okay, I've just found out. This is always a learning experience. Every time you go live, you learn something new. Okay, and that's the joy of going live, is to actually learn things, and it's learning things about system, learning things from you in the audience. And thank you for being there, and thank you for supporting this live broadcast. And I just love the fact that TikTok is so well designed. It is, because the flares just simply work. Okay, where do we go from here? I don't know. So, Pioneers of Live Streaming, I'm bringing everybody together, everybody I've met through live broadcasting, and the friends around the world in Canada, USA. Where else can we go? We can go to Pakistan, India, we go to Australia, we go to New Zealand. All around the world, I've met people, and I enjoy their company. And it's Jess, hello. It's absolutely amazing. So that's Pioneers. And right, okay. And let's just take Pioneers off. Just a second. And hide. Okay. Now, my good friend Fons Chamberlain started a radio station in Hertfordshire 2 years ago. It's called Royston Radio. And earlier this year, Fons said to me, could you do a live broadcast and send me the audio so I can play it on Royston Radio? So for the last 17 weeks, this Tuesday broadcast has been 60 minutes long, because at the end of it, the audio from the show goes to Fons, and it was played on the radio at 2 o'clock on Friday. So repurposing is what live video is all about, and that's the ultimate in repurposing, is because the video became an audio, the audio went to Royston Radio, and it was scheduled to go broadcast at 2 o'clock every Friday. And basically that's how this show began, because Fons said, another project stopped, and Fons said, could you do a broadcast for radio? And that means, that's why I keep talking. Okay, because the audio doesn't want any white noise in it, doesn't want any spaces, so I have to keep talking. And this is my 18th week just talking. And I just want to acknowledge Fons for actually suggesting I do this broadcast. I chose the title AI Run Thrive, and then it's been on Royston Radio for the last 17 weeks, and I'm eternally grateful for that. And we say hello to everybody. I'm eternally grateful that this broadcast has been on Royston Radio for the last 17 weeks. But unfortunately, Royston Radio is closing, and it's a sad day. My friend Fons put his heart and soul into it. They attended over the 2 years hundreds of community events, because this was community radio. This is Royston Radio, and basically it was fully licensed 24/7, music mixed with local, interviews with local people, promoting local events, promoting local charities, getting involved in the community, taking an active part. And it's basically it is ending shortly. So I just want to say a big personal thank you to my good friend Fons Chamberlain. Congratulations on starting Royston Radio and running it for 2 years and doing so much for the community. As I say, Fons got involved in everything community-wise. Royston is in Hertfordshire, just over the border from Cambridge. And Fons put his heart into it, and so did a lot of volunteers who got involved, and it was successful until it came to this year, where funds were a problem. And he got funds for the first year, second year, third year is a bit of a problem. So Royston closes. I want to say a big thank you to my good friend Fons, and Omni1, thank you for joining. Now, of course, anybody joining from now on, Jess, hello. Anybody joining from now on is not joining from the flare. So they're finding me organically. And I've got to say that I'm just grateful that, just to give you some stats, 1,057 people have seen this broadcast, and I've got gifts, and I've got 223 likes, and that's why live broadcasting works, because of the interaction. Okay, and I try and tell, I mean, I come here, live video is about telling stories, and I come here and in my head, I've rehearsed the stories before I start, so I know what I'm going to talk about before the broadcast begins. And I just want to say, at this point in time, if I go here, an official thank you, friends, for watching my live videos and following me. To everybody who's followed me during this live broadcast, thank you. To everybody who followed me before this live broadcast, to everybody who follows me after this live broadcast, thank you. 1,000 thank yous. It means so much. I just enjoy this session. this is my contribution. This is what I love doing. If you're thinking of live broadcasting, then you have my support. And all you need to do is ask. If you would like to appear on this side of the camera, then just let me know and I'll give you all the help, because I actually work for, if I go over here, there, I actually work for OneStream Live, which is the logo top right. In fact, I can show you the OneStream Live. If I go here and I go there, OneStream Live, that's who I work for, and that allows me to do this. Okay, I'm doing this because I can. Okay, I broadcast on TikTok. When I first arrived here, which was January 3rd, 2025, I didn't know anybody. I didn't have any content on TikTok. I had no interest in TikTok. I had 43 followers because of friends joining TikTok and just following me, but I hadn't done anything. I hadn't even posted any content. And then my good friend Marco Novo, who's in Portugal and a great friend, he and I broadcast together, get on famously, and we have great fun whenever we broadcast together, said, did you know that you can go on live on TikTok without 1,000 followers? Because the 1,000 follower barrier, there's no chance for me getting 1,000 followers on TikTok. I just, let's face it, it's not going to happen unless, of course, Marco said to me, you can broadcast live on TikTok without 1,000 followers. All you do is download TikTok Live Studio, apply using your TikTok login, and TikTok will say whether you can broadcast live or not. Now, fortunately, I've done broadcasts on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and LinkedIn. And I've got thousands of videos everywhere. And I was able to that was my CV. My CV was the videos that I've done. And I was able to use my CV to actually get a gig broadcasting on TikTok Live Studio. And from 43 followers on the 3rd of Jan this year, I now have, today, this is hot off the press, I now have 4,000 followers on TikTok, which has blown me away. And I'm just eternally grateful to everybody who follows me on TikTok, which is why, thank you friends for watching my live videos and following me. I totally enjoy being here, and I'm going to switch some things off as we go here and take off the TikTok image, take off the thank you, and we're going to come here, and we've just got me. And we had a false start tonight. I had technical problems, and the thing is that with live video, from time to time things are going to go wrong, and the thing is just to keep going. If you throw in a curve when live broadcasting, start again, and that's what I did. I'm grateful to Jess, I'm grateful to Amy, I'm grateful for the follows. I want to say a big thank you to everybody for watching me live today. I'll be back again next Monday at 6:30 and next Tuesday at 6:30. You've been watching Stephen live from wonderful Wiltshire, England. A big thank you to everybody. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye for now. Thank you. That's a wrap, by the way.